Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about Laguna Niguel, why I love it here. It's a city that I've done a lot of business in, so I have first-hand experience with clients on why they chose to move here, and maybe it's a city that makes sense for you. If you're new to the channel, my name is Ian Phillips. I'm a realtor in Orange County, and I love talking about the housing data, expressing my opinions on the cities here, and giving some insider insight that maybe you haven't really heard of yet. If you're looking for a realtor in the area, reach out. I'd love to chat. We can go over a game plan, see what makes the most sense for you, and check out all the other cities that I'm talking about on my channel. Lots of market updates going on, and subscribe for more. Let's get into the video. So Laguna Niguel, in my opinion, is one of those cities that are kind of underlooked when it comes to Orange County as a whole. A lot of people think Irvine, which has a population of like 330,000. Laguna Niguel is more around 70,000, and it's kind of in between Laguna Beach, Dana Point, San Clemente, about 30 minutes south of Irvine. So it's definitely not one of the cities that comes to your mind when talking about Orange County. But I want to talk about things that I love about the area and why it might make sense for you. So Laguna Niguel, first off, is not a beach city, but it is pretty close to Laguna Beach and Dana Point. So if you're looking for a short drive to the beach, Laguna Niguel is definitely a better option than places like Mission Viejo, Rancho Santa Margarita, or Irvine, or more northern cities in Orange County. Even Rancho Mission Viejo over here, it's a lot more inland. So location-wise, Laguna Niguel is definitely a good option if you're someone that doesn't want to be too far away from the beach. On top of that, briefly mentioned, Dana Point is currently going through a $500 million marina renovation, which is going to allow super yachts to dock there. There's going to be a lot more high-end dining and shopping. So in my opinion, surrounding cities are going to see more growth and price appreciation than more inland cities. You know, Laguna Hills, Aliso Viejo probably isn't going to have much effect by the expansion that's going on in coastal cities, but Laguna Niguel is very close. So first off, let's talk about the safety and the schools, because Orange County and Laguna Niguel, typically you get people looking to move here for safety, for great public schools. They don't want to have to put their kids into private schools like they would in other cities. So Laguna Niguel is the 6th safest city in the entire state of California. And I'm working with some people that are currently moving out of LA into Laguna Niguel, and that's one of the reasons they want to move, is because it's closer to the beach and they don't have to worry about any crime. I've never heard of any crimes happening in Laguna Niguel, and I've done a lot of business here. So safety factor is a huge thing when people want to move to Orange County as a whole. You know, 7 of the 10 safest cities in the state of California are all in Orange County. Now, it has some of the best public schools in the entire country as well, which is a main factor for younger families or people thinking of having kids in the future that want to move here. You also do have some private schools, but a lot of people opt for the public schools because of how good they are. So let's talk about a few of the trails as well, because I love that about Laguna Niguel. You get a lot of walking trails, you get a lot of parks that you can hang out in. You have the Niguel Botanical Reserve, great date spot. I've taken my fiance there, loved it, so highly recommend that for a couple hours to hang out. But Laguna Niguel Regional Park is the main one here, and you actually have access to lake fishing if you want. You can get a pass, otherwise I believe it's $5 or $10 to park in here for the day. I need to double check that, but you have, as you can see, tons of activities that you can do here. Go for a walk around the entire lake. Like I mentioned, there's fishing as well if that's something you're interested in. But you see these sports parks here, you get access to that. And in my opinion, it's one of the nicer areas to go exploring, to go for a walk. You also have the Badlands Park over here, which if you have not been, it's probably my favorite sunset hike in Orange County. I know a lot of people like to go to Newport, Laguna Beach, but this is a lot more secluded, and it's about, I would say, like a 3-mile hike, to 2.5 mile hike that goes, the entrance is here, and it's a very short distance to the south, but it actually wraps all the way around, and it has some pretty nice views in the evening. Particularly in summer, it's not too cold. And this neighborhood is called Monarch Point Estates. I've actually sold a house over here, but it is on the higher end. You know, they're 4.5, 5 6, 7, $8 million homes. And when we talk about real estate in Laguna Niguel, you have a huge array of options. You have your entry-level one-bed condos for $500,000, $550,000. And then, like I just mentioned, in Monarch Point, you have 5.5, 6.5. I think the most expensive one on the market right now is around $10 million. But obviously, this is significantly closer to Laguna Beach. So the closer you are to the coast, typically the homes are going to be more expensive. But you do have entry-level single-family homes. The median home value here is around $1.6 million. So you do have a lot of options. Obviously, Orange County as a whole, typically you need to be a high income earner if you want to move here. But the beauty about cities in Orange County is you do have a lot of options. So someone who just wants to get their foot in the door, become a homeowner in some of the safest cities in the state, you do have those entry-level homes. Like I mentioned, condos, $550,000. You can get 2, 3-bedroom condos and townhomes for under $1 million. And to be in a city like Laguna Niguel, I think, in my opinion, 10 years from now, we're going to be looking back at these 3-bedroom condos, townhomes, and realize it was an amazing deal because they're probably going to be approaching $2 million. And same with the single family homes, entry level $1.3, $1.4 million. 10 years from now, it's probably going to double. We've seen prices double in Orange County in the last 10 years, and people say, oh, it couldn't happen, could never happen again, but prices have been doubling every 10 years for the last 50 years almost. So to say it's never going to happen, if you look back historically, it happens every 10 years. Another thing I love about Laguna Niguel is you kind of get that beach access, not being too far, yet you don't have that touristy traffic that you would in places like Laguna Beach. Roads are, I'm not going to say empty, but they're certainly less hectic than places like Dana Point, places like San Clemente, places like Laguna Beach, like Newport, like Irvine. It's significantly less busy in Laguna Niguel, and I kind of like that. You get the advantage of being closer to the coast, still having access to tons of amenities, tennis courts, pickleball courts, every sport you can think of, outdoor activities, golf. There's an incredible El Niguel Country Club private golf course that, you know, some more expensive cities will have, but Laguna Niguel, you kind of get that access for about the average that it is for Orange County as a whole. Newport Beach obviously demands a significant premium compared to Laguna Niguel. Median home price in Newport is around $4 million, whereas Laguna Niguel, it's $1.6 million. Again, with tons of different price points depending on what type of buyer you are. You can get your ocean view, $5.5, $6 million, 4,000 square foot homes. That's one of the ones I sold about a year and a half ago. 5,500 square feet for $5 million, 180-degree ocean view. So you get all of these different types of experiences all in one city. So it's a great area to get your foot in the door. It's a great area to get a luxury house with ocean views, gated communities, lots of amenities in the neighborhood. It's kind of like an all-round city for Orange County. So that's it for Laguna Niguel. A few of the reasons why I love it, why a lot of clients that I've helped buy homes here also love living in Laguna Niguel. In fact, they've told me they're probably just gonna stay in their house until they can afford to upsize and just remain in Laguna Niguel. That's how much they love living there. So again, 6th safest city in the state of California, amazing public schools, closer to the beach. That's something I personally value. Some people couldn't care less how close they are to the beach. You get a lot of parks, golf course, outdoor trails, hiking trails, a sense of community being in one of the safest cities in the state. That's what a lot of people value when determining where they want to move. You have a huge range of real estate, entry-level $500,000, $550,000 condos, all the way to your luxury $10 million homes. And by the way, one of the most expensive listings in Orange County is in Laguna Niguel. It was on the market for around $40 million. Once again, my name's Ian Phillips. If you're looking for a realtor in Orange County, reach out. I'd love to chat, go over a game plan, see what makes the most sense for you, and subscribe for more. I'll see you in my next video.